Hi stamping friends, it's Tina Shaw, and it's such a beautiful sunny day here in Ohio. It's August the 24th, 2020, and I hope you're having a really good day and the sun is shining wherever you are. So I've had requests to show how to make this card. I did it a month or two ago, I can't remember, whenever the new sets came out for the demonstrators. So I just wanted to go over with you how I put this together. And let me show you the inside. I just did the little verse. Today I'm going to do another verse that's in that set. So the set that I used is called Peaceful Nativity, and the dies, which I've got most of them out because I've used them. There's that piece, this piece I used, and then I used this to cut out Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus, and then there's a couple of the palm trees, and then a star that I cut out in white glimmer paper, and the glimmer paper is no longer for sale. It was retired, but I like the way it looks, so I used that. So to get this piece down here that I used for the ground, I used crumb cake. And we have a couple of sets that have this die, the shaped die, that you can use to cut that with. One is in the Winter Woods set, the die, and this is the one I used right here. And I'll show you how I'm going to cut that out in a second. I've already run it through and cut that shape. Then we have another set that just came out in the holiday catalog that also has those shapes as well. So you've got your choice of which set if you happen to have one of those. So let me tell you what I've used. For my card base, I've used crumb cake. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of Misty Moonlight, and this one is at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so my piece that I've already run through and cut out, it doesn't go all the way on this one, which is fine. So I'm just going to snip my ends, and then I'm going to measure this at 5 1/4. Okay, and then just trim it off. So this is my ground piece. Grab it over here. So then this will go here. And depending on the angle that you put it in your cutting machine, you can either have it, you know, like higher or lower, or however you want it. So then what I did was I sponged. Okay, so I liked the crumb cake the best, so I just go all over it here with the crumb cake. Okay, like that. And then on my Misty Moonlight piece, I just used my white pad, and I just gently sponged around the edges. Not a whole lot, just enough to get that little hazy look around it there. Make sure I get it in the corners really well. So I think that's good enough. I don't want a whole lot. Okay, so there's that. So that one will go there, and that will go there. And so now what I need to do is take a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to stamp the crumb cake cardstock with soft suede ink, and I'm going to stamp this on here like that. Okay, and then I'm also going to stamp Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. And I keep putting my hands in ink. Why am I? Okay, so there's that one. So then these two I'm going to take over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut those out, as well as cutting out this piece in behind here and the trees. The back piece I've already cut out in soft suede, and the trees I've already cut out 2 of them in soft suede. If I can pick it up there. Okay, so before I started the video, I already cut out these pieces. I stamped and cut them out. And now what I did was I sponged around this piece. I sponged this quite a bit. And I always get ink all over my fingers. I think that makes it look really pretty. That one. That looks good. And that goes in there. My trees I did sponge, just to give them a little extra oomph there. So there's 2 tree dies, so they kind of go, one goes one way and the other one goes the other way. So there's that. And then I also lightly, just very lightly, sponged the family here. Like that. Okay. So there's that. And now I'm going to close this up because I keep putting my fingers in it. And then I'm going to stamp Rejoice. And that one is right here. And I'm just going to stamp this on a piece of, I got a dimensional stuck to it, a piece of Whisper White, a scrap. And I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight stamp pad. I think I'm done with these for a minute. Okay, so, and this, I decided that I didn't want it in a circle or a banner or anything like that. I just wanted, okay, so now, put on. I'm just going to do this. Just glue down the ground. There. On my glue. Like that. And I like using the glue because it just gives you a little extra second to move it if you need to, like that. Okay, then I'm going to take my silicone mat and I'm going to put me down some glue, and I'm going to use my sponge that I have designated specifically to use glue. And so I'm just going to dab this on the back. Now, when I put the things on here, I need to make sure that all the pieces are on the ground. because on my other one I almost missed the ground on the tree. So there's that one. This one I did use some mini dimensionals. I think I used one big dimensional here in the center top. And it looks like maybe here too. But then I took and just cut me off little end pieces just to go down the stable. Like that. So I need one for the other side. This is called Make Your Own. Hardest part's just finding where to take off the backing. Raise that one up just a smidgen. There we go. And then pull these off. And then this one is ready to put on. But before I put this on, I think I'm going to put on my trees. And this is really nice to get your trees to stick down as well. Again, make sure that they are on the ground. And this one. Put this one sticky over here, like that. Okay, now I'm going to put this onto the front of the stable. So that's popped up. And now I'm going to pop up, Mary and Jesus. We add a little more sponge on here. Now before I put them on there though, I'm going to add just a touch of Stella on them, just to give it a little sparkle. And Stella also kind of moves around, don't stick to your mouth there, moves around the ink a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put on dimensionals on the back of this one. Whenever I use my little glue there to get on pieces that you know, are tiny or whatever, I always get it on my fingers, and then it tries to stick to everything that I touch. So take these off. And then I'm going to put this right down in the front, about like right there. Oh, how pretty. Okay, and then my star. You have to make sure to leave room up here for your star. You can either glue that down or use a little mini dimensional, and I used a mini dimensional because I love things popped up. If there's ever any question for me, if it's popped, it always is. Okay, then the last thing to do is to put on our Rejoice. Now to do this one, since I kind of took it off over there, I'm going to use my minis. I'm going to put a couple of minis on this side, and then I'm going to use a little bit of this just for there. Did I take off the backs? No. That always helps if you take off the backs. Sticks a whole lot better. Okay. So I'm going to put that about right there. And there's the front. How pretty is that? And then all you have to do then is put that on your card base. Now I didn't sponge my card base, but you certainly could if you wanted to. Okay. can hear my Christmas music. Since I was doing Christmas card, I thought I'd turn on a little Christmas music today. Okay, so now I just need an inside piece. Grab one here. There we go. Yep. Okay, so I'm using a different verse on the inside than I did on my original one. This one says, "May His light shine in your heart throughout the year." I'll try to get this straight. I have trouble with that. Oh, good. Okay, then the star. The star is the problem. Let's see. It's okay. I've done better, but it'll work. Okay, then again, just put a little bit of liquid adhesive. Put this in here, and voila. There's your card. There's that one. Here's my original. So let me know how you did putting this together, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can find me on my blog at tinashaws.blogspot.com. So I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.